look, we're talking about predictions, and we're just talking about just kind of shooting stuff. This is a matchup that, sure, we should predict as an analyst desk, as casters. Obviously, you would predict Top Blokes to win. With that said, we know that WYLDE are a scrappy and, pun intended, chippy team. And Billy, Chippy, and Justice are no pushovers. This is absolutely a series that could be stunned out and Top Blokes could lose.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where any player on the side of WYLDE could pop off. Not going to do it here, though, yet. Top Blokes with the early lead as WYLDE overcommits downfield and cannot get back to make the save. The speed from Archie on that recovery off the ceiling to get that down to Cassio. That's what we need to see out of Top Blokes. That's the form that we want to see. Quick, get the touch, get it downfield, beat them with your speed. You have the mechanics, you've got the speed. We just want to see a bit more consistent play out of that.
And Cassio was massive yesterday, even in their 3-0 over Wolves. It wasn't a huge matchup, but, I mean, he was pulling up from midfield, pulling up from the elbow, all the way out in that defensive third on the opposite side of the field. Billy trying to flip over Archie, and Archie cuts down the play, left to Flame at midfield, again, giving the ball back into the blue half, and a couple of challenges ensue, which means possession falls to no one. Neutral ball hangs. Flame thinking about the challenge will do so. 1-0 lead still, about a minute burned off of game one. And so far, off of that first goal, possession's really been maintained for Top Blokes, but WYLDE have been giving them a fight at midfield.
WYLDE's giving them a bit of a fight, but I like what Top Blokes is doing. They haven't really given any free touches. That one there, Archie knows that that's going to be a soft touch up, so he just stays low. Couldn't get that one in. Flame tries to make the challenge, but they're up for every ball. Look at that. Cassio's not letting Justice have a free touch downfield. They're just making sure they're on top of boosts. They're getting their steals. They've taken a couple corners. They're winning the majority of the midfield boosts. And though WYLDE has been there in the midfield, as time goes on, those boost wins are going to turn into goals and game wins. On the backside for Top Blokes, another one downfield. This one pitched off the back from Cassio. Archie with the chase, and he gets one in.
Really looks like Top Blokes are playing a bit of containment as soon as the ball moves its way to midfield. Just, you know, continue to get a body in front, meet at the point of contact, contain, contain. Keep them in a bubble. Don't let them get out with free room to roam at midfield. There's the sentence. Archie going to circle in on the play, and Justice, awkward challenge and a bit of a cheeky win as Cassio escapes with his life, but leaves the ball to the backboard, and Chippy long clear. You're looking at WYLDE now trying to reestablish some rhythm in midfield. They've been getting a lot of scrappy hits, but it hasn't, again, translated into long drives, and they've been able to read through those progressions. The Top Blokes have been playing much quicker the ball.
Flame, another boost steal in the back corner, goes to the mid, looking to take that one away too in case they rotate out. He might have actually gotten it, seeing that it's still down. I think he did get both boosts, so. And it comes back up, and he picks it up again on his way out and gets the mid boost. So yeah, he took it, took the corner, took the mid again. Demo on the line or in the box there. That one will drop onto Top Blokes. Flame trying to work it through that corner, can't get the touch. Billy has the win. Cassio with the pinch. And again, every single touch, they're just there to greet it. Flame gonna take him out of the play, gets the bump, couldn't get the ball, but they make contact with something on every challenge.
With 2:14 to go, we close into crunch time in game one. Counterattack really hasn't been there for WYLDE. Again, they've maintained a presence on the play. It's just been a couple of times Top Blokes have been able to escape away down the field and taken advantage of that free room. Billy to Chippy. Infield passing starting to open up a little bit. There goes Justice. Almost gets a nice goal to bring this game back. And I like the creativity, but they weren't able to keep the ball alive. And as that play goes down to the wayside, you're looking at Top Blokes getting possession back. I say that. Now they're struggling to clear the ball out on defense. Everything's getting a little awkward. And this is your best chance if you're WYLDE to score.
Yeah, big demo in the back there from Chippy. Billy might have a chance, but again, the speed of Archie and everybody getting back on defense. The rotations are there. They had a moment where they were kind of clogged up. Billy with the redirect. That shot's on target. First goal going over to the side of WYLDE is going to be off a pass from Chippy right across the box and straight down the middle. Splits the difference.
And as soon as Top Blokes looked a little bit uncomfortable getting this ball away, that is when you make that call and you say, everyone push up. Put someone in midfield. We're already down 2 goals. Worst case scenario, we get scored on. Who cares? 3-0. We just got to find something. Nice pass down from Billy. And the passing is starting to work out. WYLDE are connecting on a lot of these touches. It's moving Top Blokes out of the goal line, pushing them towards the backboard. Cassio has to come out of his own net leaving way to Flame, who will grab that midfield boost. Billy to Justice.
This is a little interesting here. So since that goal, they've changed up the gameplay a little bit. Top Blokes is now a little sketchy on their rotations out. They're not meeting the ball at point of contact anymore. They've really slowed down the play, and they've given up space. And with space, WYLDE will start making those passing plays. They'll take those opportunities. You'll end up in another situation where they'll do a pass infield to Billy on the goal box. But Flame, big win, shot on target, sends it home, gets the insurance goal here. 30 seconds left.
You were looking for that pinch. They were looking for the pinch. It just didn't work. We've seen that a couple of times this weekend where teams get the call, and you can tell it either works or it doesn't. That ball either jets down the field or it gets left up awkwardly. And once Billy decided to play that ball off the backboard, there was really not much you could do.
Woo! Great read from Chippy. Follow up from Archie. No goal. A lot of pressure there. Just couldn't find home.
Well, it's 15 seconds now, Super, and I think it's safe to say that game one might be done. 3-1, Top Blokes. With that one, we'll close it out, and they'll take game one in the series.
Might as well get one for the road here before we go to game two. Archie, nice little touch there at the end. Cassio trusting him to have that, makes that cut. You can see him realize that Archie has it. Use that power slide, make the hard cut to redirect his momentum, and gets the read perfect. A lot of work here, a lot of stuff going right for Top Blokes as they've been able to meet the ball again at point of contact, other than that one probably minute of the game after that first goal came through for WYLDE, and then they got back in form there at the end and were able to put a couple more goals on the board. So game two coming up in just a moment. Gonna need to see some changes on the side of WYLDE. They're gonna need to find a way to get through this. Top Blokes making it difficult. It's one of those ones that's kind of hard to figure out when they meet you at point of contact every time, and they're just kind of beating you with speed. When they're doing that and taking the boost, it really limits your options. So they got to find a way to secure themselves some more boost to be able to work down the field and slow down Top Blokes.
Yeah, I think that's really the key there, Supersonic, is slow them down. When they were able to, and when WYLDE were controlling the pace of the game, especially on the other side of the field, they were eating. They were just finding ways to connect with one another. The passes were working. They were spreading out defenders. It was easy Rocket League. If you can continue to slow down Top Blokes and keep them kind of turtled up, you might have a really good chance of continuing to extend this series. However, it also means, keeping them off the ball in the early game, because Top Blokes will jump out on a lead and maintain that for a while.
Right. Justice, nice little touch back, but Billy wasn't ready for it. Awkward situation. Billy able to use that side roll. Press Z or R twice to barrel roll, and he does exactly that. Makes the touch, makes the save. Justice just fakes off of it, gets around Cassio, gets one over Archie, gets the 50 against Flame coming through, but nobody ready for that one. They couldn't follow, and a shot from Cassio should be saved. Almost isn't. Justice gonna need to make another touch. Can't get it as his wheels aren't on the ground, and disaster on the line for WYLDE, and ends up giving a freebie goal to Top Blokes.
And again, those are the kinds of goals you just can't give away. Even look at the little pinch that we had earlier, the attempt at a pinch in game one that went by the wayside. Top Blokes scored off that. They score off this. Little moments where you can't shoot yourself in the foot and you cannot give away easy goals like that. It makes your job so much harder.
Archie gonna start their press here. Up to the ceiling. Gets the ceiling pinch. Looking for the follow through. Has the flip, but the defender's there to make the save on the back wall.
Rotating in. Top Blokes haven't played a lot when it comes to playing up in that offensive third. They've been working through midfield and getting long touches. They've been able to capitalize on mistakes of WYLDE's defense. There's the pinch. Follow-up shot won't be there. And we haven't seen them work the ground game and work that infield pass just because they haven't needed to, Supersonic. But with touches like this that just make it so much more difficult, it feels like it's only a matter of time before they find that second goal.
Yeah, it feels like it should go that way. Nice little pinch for Billy. He's going to go towards net, but Flame already back. Can't sneak it underneath Justice. And another big clear down. So Top Blokes in control of the possession once again. Flame, corner boost steal. Billy trying to work this, loses possession. They should be able to take the middle boost. Cassio doesn't get his own corner, so there's a steal from WYLDE. Soft touch from Justice. Clear downfield. Cassio can't get the read, but Archie will be there.
Now, how do you maintain possession? How do you keep this ball pressured into the opposite side of the field if you're Wild? They've been giving away a couple of challenges. They haven't won the 50 game in a while. Now, Chippy going to keep it up. Back to Archie. Justice thinking twice about the engagement. Casio right over, and you have to go for a challenge on the ball. You cannot allow Top Blokes that much space.
Yeah, stops to think. As you said, Billy thought about it. Couldn't tell if Justice was going to cut in or not to try and shadow that ball down to make the save. Hesitates for that 1 second. That's all that's needed. Top Blokes going to go ahead and secure that second goal. Ooh, Archie looking for that bump. Couldn't get it. Wanted a piece of Chippy. Wanted to chip him right off the pitch.
I mean, it feels like we're just kind of waiting at this point, Supersonic, for WYLDE to figure out their rhythm at midfield. They just have not found anything.
There's actually a good little touch in, but not enough time between the pass and the touch for Justice to really be able to try and work that one. Billy gonna ride this out. Flip reset. Little touch. Archie reads it well. Defense, when you can get them over here, you have the moment. Keep the ball down here. WYLDE's gonna have to sustain some offensive pressure. Good demo. 3-on-2, but Casio trying to work it down and actually puts WYLDE on the back foot here again, even though down in bodies, and Casio returns the favor on the back end, taking Billy off.
Every time this ball gets moved up, it just gets taken away very easily. Not a lot of second and third touches. Flame can't find the connection. That fake almost leads to goal number 3. Chippy flipping it up and just gives the ball away, and I believe he was not expecting the challenge from Archie, and Chippy goes for 2 demos.
There it is.
So a negative turns to a positive, and it turns out to be a 500 IQ play as he takes everyone out, and Justice comes up and meets the ball and leaves it to Billy.
And he gets the bump on Flame at the end, too. Double demo and the bump. I don't know if you'll ever get a more open net than that.
That might be the biggest brain play I think I've seen so far this season. I was ready to roast him for just giving away possession, and he says, "Nah, you hold this. I'll go take care of everything else."
Chippy out here delivering goals for his team and delivering L's to Spaceman. I don't know if I can ask for a better thing. So, appreciation.
It's most people's dreams.
I'll have to have an appreciation post later for Chippy doing that for me on Reddit. Oh, good pass down. Casio looking to put that one on target. Justice will have the read. I think Casio, if he didn't get taken out there, wanted to actually send that one up into the backboard and follow it through. Looked like he had boost, but got taken out after his touch.
And even to these quick transitions and these quick touches, now the demos start to come out for Top Blokes. And this might be goal number 3 coming up shortly. Justice with a clear out to midfield. Archie there on the play. Challenge goes the way of WYLDE. 25 seconds to go in game 2. Trying to stave off a 2-0 series deficit. Not a great touch from Chippy, but Archie will retain possession. We've seen that a couple of times now. Open net,
Walk
everyone
away.
commits, and that will be game 2.
Walks it downfield. Top Blokes
Oop.
had one of these in game number 1. They're going to find one in game number 2. Not quite the same intensity out of Top Blokes here in game number 2, as WYLDE was able to kind of slow down the pace overall, but they're going to need to try and bring that pace to a complete halt going into game 3. Otherwise, we may be looking at another 3-0 sweep here, Spaceman.
That's what Exotic did against Singularity on the very first goal of the, game, of the series. It's just right upfield, everyone overcommits. Okay, bye.
Yep.
Top Blokes get a very, very easy and, again, a very questionable goal, and you're looking at WYLDE saying, hey, those are mistakes you can't make. You keep it close at 2-1. There's probably a chance, but even then, I mean, the game wasn't really in their favor. They're giving away possession very quickly outside of that one massive IQ play.
I mean,
everything
11 shots to 4.
Yeah, everything else
That
has just
tells
been
the
very, 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 very slow for WYLDE.
They just really haven't been able to get those moments. They've had a couple opportunities, too, where Justice has tried to make, and Top Blokes as well, where they've done these kind of fast infield passes, diving, trying to make a touch to try and get that redirect and just those ridiculous power, shots when you do connect on them, but unable to finish those off. Where does WYLDE go from here, right? They're not really winning defensively. They're allowing too many shots from top blokes. Where's the change need to come in to get this done? And again, I still think it's through boost so that you can have the speed to get out there. You're going to need to be able to find a way to secure those. And that comes through maintaining possession of the ball. I think some of these times where they're doing these clearing shots downfield and they're just looking to see if they can make a play, might not be the right play. Find a way to soft touch it to yourself, catch it in the corner, push it downfield, pick up the mid boost on your way so that you have boost in the tank once you get into the offensive half. They're expending all their boosts getting downfield because they're so limited. You've got to find a way to win a midfield boost in that transition downfield so you can sustain some offense and get that tight offensive rotation going.
Well, also on outside of, again, that great play from WYLDE, again, they are giving the ball away very quickly. And, you know, what worked in game one was slowing down top blokes, keeping them turtled, and then finding each other on the pass, finding each other on the infield. We haven't really seen that since. And, you know, it's one of those, again, not a cardinal sin, but it's basically like rule 6 of Rocket League. Don't give the ball away so quickly on transition if you don't have to. So I would love to see them kind of tighten up their possessions and keep the ball more on the hood of their car, try to keep that alive as the first shot goes in and the first goal goes in for top blokes. And with 4 minutes to go, it just feels like it's inevitable at this point that they're going to take a serious lead.
You can see Flame fake that, right? Going into Billy. Billy bought that Flame was going to hit it, and he pumps the brakes and then jumps out from the sidewall rather than transitioning into the back wall with him to throw it out past him. Ends up converting that into a goal as the secondary man gets caught out as they just go ahead and sky it over him, say, you know what, I don't got the shot. I'm just going to backboard this. At that point, we've got an open net. Other guys out on the other side picking up boost. So great use of the field, great heads up of field awareness and reading the pitch and figuring out where that ball needed to go for top blokes. Cassio, again, dead stop on the wall, waits for Chippy to make the touch. And on top blokes side, as much as I'm saying they're playing faster and they have the boost, not only are they playing faster and have the boost, you can see the confidence in play. When they get on the sidewall, they're waiting. They're like, go ahead, touch the ball. I'm patient. I can wait this one out. Flame narrowly saves that one. Billy almost has a goal. But they're patient with their touches and they're accurate. They're being methodical with it while maintaining speed and just being in the way. Can't get there for that one, though. Justice slots one in that bottom 90, puts it right on the money. Great infield pass there from Chippy on the rotation out.
Quick shots like that, Supersonic. That's what you need if you're WYLDE. Quick rotations back into the play. Keeping top blokes turtled up. They finally... hello? Oh,
hello?
Okay. All right. I was... Yeah, okay. So on the kickoff, I see 3 members of WYLDE. I see 2 orange name tags of top blokes, and there was 1 car that had nothing, and I was just confused. I did not know what was going on. I thought we just got a random 4th person in this game. All right, I think I'm just having a stroke. Okay.
I'd like to... Oh, man, we're not in studio.
That was
I can't call for medical.
That was just weird. All right, doesn't matter. Same sentiment. Keep using the infield pass. They have a chance.
You good?
I was like,
oh,
I
Archie
thought there was a 4th
lost
person.
that. Oh, man. Flame gonna try and bring this one. Gets around Chippy. Can't beat Billy. Cassio diving off that just to slow down the play. There to meet it every time still. It's interesting because I said the top blokes is kind of slowing down a little bit here and there and being more methodical with it, but they're still there almost every time to make the touch. They've just altered the approach in the way that they do get there. They're making the read and trusting in themselves that that player is going to hit the ball where they're expecting it, and then they're making plays off of it. They haven't been able to convert it into enough offensive pressure, though, as WYLDE has really switched over to a good backboard defense, and that's where top blokes was getting a lot done, is sending it over that secondary defender and getting him to bite and come out and then coming in for the finish. So they've made sure to have good presence on that back wall. I think it's been a good improvement for them. It's at least keeping them in this one, but not like that. Cassio gonna come through and just force that slow ball through. 1, 2, the 3. Cookie Cutter gets it done.
Yeah, they get backboard defense, but they did not have a good clear defense. They had been leaving that ball back up to Archie at midfield, and I think it was Chippy or Justice who popped the ball up at midfield and then just turned away from the play. And they just have not been able to clear this ball out. They have struggled on defense when it comes to moving down the field for a counterattack. finally a pinch goes their way, but no one's pushed up. Literally no one is pushed up before Billy gets there. There's a shot. Saved away by Casio. Someone needs to meet that ball much quicker.
Danger. Archie able to get back. Danger. Archie able to get back. He made that save and now makes the push. Delays it. Almost gets bumped. Able to dodge the bump and bait out the defender. Fakes him off. Look at that stop. Justice bought so hard on that. And Archie just immediately jumps, puts the boost in the flip in, gets the shot. 3-1 Top Blokes.
Still plenty of time on the clock, but feels like this series might have been done after game one, just kind of the way things went. Game two was a little bit more tragic. Nice flip. Archie, save away. Justice, alive. Not for long, though. Archie with a good clear out. And again, you're just killing time at this point. Every touch that gets popped up, Top Blokes are there to meet it, take it away. You have a 2-goal lead. Billy trying to heroically move this downfield. And immediately right back into the possession of Top Blokes. I mean, everything you do if you're Wild has not worked out. It just has not gone anywhere. There's 2 demos, and they still don't have possession of the ball.
Archie has done, I think, 3 backflips down the field on challenges at this point. Missed every single one of them. Doesn't really matter, though, as they are up 3-1. Final 30 seconds here. Archie decides not to backflip on that one. Decides to just go ahead and follow the ball through. That was the play. Flame with the shot. Chippy with that save. 18 seconds now. We need to see 2 miracle plays come out of Wild here. One really quick and then one kickoff goal. If anything's going to happen, can't get it around as Top Blokes decide to just stay in their face, continuing to keep them stuck in their half to end this series.
Well, it was a good run from Wild. One more for the road. Doggy bag goal. Nope, not going to happen. It was a good run from Wild, but Top Blokes, again, just kind of handle business the same way they did against Wolves. The 3-0 sweep comes through. Never seemed pressured. Never seemed like their backs against the wall. Very simple, easy series for Top Blokes. They continue on, and they move into, I believe, either the end of today or tomorrow. Either way, they just keep going through the bracket. They survive. For Wild, their run ends here, but you know, there are moments in that game, in that series, where certainly things were looking up. Wild looked like they were able to sort of string a couple of positive plays together. But the mistakes and the opportunities they left on the field are so flagrant that it is worth pointing out. Again, overcommits that led way to open nets, indecisiveness with the ball, inability to maintain possessions with the ball, not keeping plays alive, not having a lot of infield passing on offense, et cetera, et cetera. There are things that are very, very blatant that they need to work on, and this roster in terms of a core group of 3 is a very good roster, and I think that if they're able to fix that, we might actually see this team continue on and keep coming back and back into these regionals and actually have a better chance down the line. But there's a lot of things they need to fix for the future.
I expect that. I expect to see them back. I expect to see them qualify in. That's a team that's going to make it back in. I'm not worried about that at all. We'll see some improvements. Really that series, boost control. All those things that you just listed off, all the issues there, a lot of those get fixed with boost control, boost management. There's just Top Blokes. I'll have to go back once it gets uploaded into ball chasing, and I want to go back and see. I'm pretty confident that Top Blokes just controlled boost almost that whole time. I saw them Flame was taking a ton of the back boost. Every rotation he was coming back through, he was making sure he took the mid boost as well. Right. One time he cleared the left side of the field, or their right side of the field, all the way down. He went all the way down, took them all the way back, took them all. They got back on. Heck, why not? Drive back down the side again, take 9 boosts in 30 seconds. So they just starved them out. It caused a lot of their problems. I would start there if I was Wild. I'm not a coach, though. Don't take my word for it, but I would say boost control is a big piece there that should help them out.
Absolutely. And again, those are small things you can isolate and work on to get better and better. But for Top Blokes, one day at a time, one game at a time, they keep moving forward. We haven't really seen them get tested yet, so I am interested to know when that eventually happens how they will respond. But that means we wrap up with this series, and coming up next is Endpoint versus Guild. I believe that's our final knockout match of this gauntlet. So winner of that, again, moves on, and loser goes home. Another huge matchup with massive implications. But before we get there, a quick commercial break. When we come back, the remainder of the knockout gauntlet.